Hello and Happy New Year. I hope you had a good holiday season and I hope you've had a good year so far. Uh, I know I haven't done a video in about 5 months, and that's quite a long time. But I'm hoping to start the videos again, but I will not be continuing with the Dungeon series for a few reasons. One of the main reasons is that I don't really enjoy doing it anymore. I had to stop because I didn't have the time, and I never really continued because the style and the format of the thing was taking long to edit and record. Well, that's fine, so it wouldn't have been a daily thing anymore. But the problem was I wasn't liking the style of programming I was doing. I started off doing a style of programming that actually wasn't my style. I started doing bits of object-oriented programming because I thought that's what people are used to. So let's do that. Not the way this is the way I normally program. Let's just follow along. And I just dreaded it, really. I really wish I just did it in completely C or such a minimum subset of C++. But oh well, that's fine. And I really just wish I stuck to my guts to begin with, because a lot of the first few videos were just looked like I was trying to fix object-oriented programming, and it just didn't work. Was the short answer. But hey, I've learnt from that, and I will be starting another series, just not Dungeon. I'm sorry, I learned a lot of people actually liked it, and I've had emails like, "Well, when are you starting back up again?" and all that lot. And it's probably never going to happen. I'm sorry, but I will be doing some other videos. I've got one big series planned, and I won't talk about that, but I've got some other mini series as well. So some mini series I've got is raycasting, how to do vector graphics on the computer, for OpenGL and stuff. As you can see here, this is kind of me testing around, actually trying to make it as generic as possible. So as you can hear, I'm making my own draw list and draw commands and all that lot. So you can actually, this can be used not just for vector graphics, but any old graphics you want. So if you wanted to do, this is kind of a semi-intermediate mode, in that you would just upload everything all at once, but you add to it as if it's intermediate, but you upload everything all at once. So it's it is intermediate, but it's the most efficient way for 2D graphics in my opinion, because there's not many other ways of doing it in 2D. Because it'll be quicker, because otherwise you got all the uniforms and all the stuff, and it's just, yeah, it's a pain in the arse. It's the short answer. But that's okay. And the other series I want to get raycasting and stuff. So I want to show you how you maybe even Doom, or just maybe even go back to Wolfenstein and show you how that is done. I did them for raycasting for the Ludum Dares last year, and I enjoyed doing them. They were just like little ones and quite retro style, and I completed one. It was quite fun. The only few things about that game was I did run out of time, so I didn't finish the level design or some of the stuff, and also the sound only worked in the right ear of the headphones, and it was extremely loud. Oh well, it was a game I made in a weekend. It worked, and it looked good. I was pretty proud of it. So what I did in a weekend. So now the big series I want to talk about is I want to do a course on Introduction to C Programming. So this course is going to be meant for, or series of tutorials is just meant for absolute beginners. Now I know most people watching are not going to be beginners at all. In fact, most people who are watching this video right now are definitely not beginners in programmers if they've been watching the Dungeon videos. If you watched it because I had other stuff, maybe you don't know any programming. And I'll be teaching you from scratch how to program in C. It'll be on Windows. I'll be doing it on Windows because most people will be programming on Windows, but you can follow along on any other operating system. You just probably can't follow along to the introductory module or chapter of this thing, where I'll be teaching you how to install a text editor, what a text editor is and why you'd use it. I'll show you how to install a compiler and your debugger, how to use the command line on Windows specifically, and so how to set your environment up just to get this ready for the series, and learn all that, and why you'd want to learn doing C, and what is the steps you need to do in this. And then in the next chapter I'll start doing the basics. So how do you actually make a program? How do you compile it? How do you understand the beginning programs, and how do you declare variables and all that lot. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. And I hope it's going to be good, and I hope people like it. I've been researching like mad, trying to make it so it's going to be good as possible, because there's a lot of things that it's quite difficult to explain, especially for a beginner, because a lot of the tutorials out there, even if they say they're for beginners and they're programming C, 99% of them are not for beginners. They assume you're already programming another language, or they oversimplify some concepts, or they're plain out wrong. They're giving out misconceptions. So, again, it does make a difference at the end of the day, but I'm going to try and do this series, and hopefully it goes alright. And I hope people enjoy it, is the short answer. So thank you for listening to me all ramble on about this new year. And yes, that's it. So if you've got any New Year's resolutions, mine are hopefully only start projects in C or Go. Don't start a new project in C++ now and see where it goes. Short answer is C is pretty good. There's only a few complaints I have, and they're only luxuries really. But that's it. So thank you for listening and watching, and see you in the next videos when they'll be out in probably February time, when I've got stuff done, is the work and stuff. So see you then.